the stillness of daily life, there are small symbols that remind the mind to return to order, discipline, and clarity. Salt is one such humble element. It preserves, purifies, and protects. It does not create wealth by magic, but it teaches the conditions in which wealth can grow. Cleanliness of intention, simplicity of habits, and awareness in action. There is an old way of speaking about salt being placed in the home or kept close in one's wallet. Not as a charm, but as a reminder. Reminder that debt is not only a matter of numbers, it is also a state of mind. Where confusion lives, overspending grows. Where carelessness exists, loss quietly enters. And where awareness is present, even small income begins to expand in meaningful ways. When salt is placed in the home, it symbolizes purification. A home is not only walls and furniture, it is also energy, habits, conversations, and decisions. Cluttered spaces often reflect cluttered thinking, and cluttered thinking leads to repeated mistakes in spending and saving. So, the presence of salt becomes a silent message. Keep this space clear. Keep your actions simple. Do not invite waste. In the same way, when one keeps a small grain of salt in the wallet, it is not for luck, but for remembrance. The wallet is where money enters and leaves. Most people open it without awareness, spending to satisfy impulse, not necessity. But when there is a symbol inside, it becomes a pause point. It whispers without sound. Be mindful. Do not let desire decide for you. Let wisdom handle your resources. Debt does not grow only from lack of money. It often grows from lack of restraint. A person may earn more and still remain trapped. Another may earn little and still find balance. The difference is not fortune. It is discipline of mind, like salt that preserves food from decay. Disciplined awareness preserves income from being wasted. To erase debt in the true sense is not only to repay what is owed, it is to remove the inner pattern that created the debt. Otherwise, even if all is clear today, it will return tomorrow in another form. The cycle continues when habits remain unchanged. So the practice is simple but not superficial. Clean your living space as if you are preparing a place for clear thinking. Keep your wallet organized as if each note represents responsibility, not just spending power. Before any purchase, pause briefly, not in fear, but in awareness. Ask whether it adds value or only satisfies momentary desire. Salt teaches patience. It dissolves slowly, not instantly. Likewise, financial freedom is not created in sudden bursts of effort, but in steady, repeated restraint. A small saving today, avoided waste tomorrow, mindful choice the next day. These become the true accumulation. Salt as a symbol of awareness. Salt is not presented as a magical solution, but as a reminder to practice mindfulness, discipline, and wise financial decisions. Many people search for wealth in complicated methods, secret formulas, or promises of instant success. Yet true prosperity often begins with something much simpler: awareness. Salt has long been seen as a symbol of purity, preservation, and balance. When people place salt in their home or keep a small amount in their wallet, the real value is not in the salt itself, but in what it reminds them to practice every day. It serves as a quiet symbol of mindfulness. A person who sees this symbol regularly may begin to pay closer attention to their choices. Instead of spending money impulsively, they may pause and ask whether a purchase is necessary. Instead of focusing on what they lack, they may become more grateful for what they already have. This shift in awareness can gradually change financial habits in a powerful way. The greatest financial losses often happen when people act without thinking. Small, unnecessary expenses, repeated over time, can become significant burdens. Awareness helps prevent these mistakes before they occur. It encourages patience, self-control, and thoughtful decision-making. In this sense, salt becomes a silent teacher. It does not create wealth through magic or mystery. Rather, it reminds the mind to remain clear, disciplined, and conscious. When awareness guides actions, better financial choices naturally follow, and lasting prosperity becomes more achievable through wisdom and consistent effort. A clean home encourages clear thinking. Keeping the home organized symbolizes removing mental clutter, which helps reduce careless spending and poor financial choices. A living space has a powerful influence on the mind, even when people do not consciously notice it. When a home is filled with clutter, unfinished tasks, and disorder, the mind often reflects the same confusion. Thoughts become scattered, decisions become rushed, and important responsibilities can be overlooked. This is why maintaining a clean and organized environment is more than a matter of appearance. It is a practice that supports clarity, focus, and better judgment. The symbolic use of salt in the home represents the intention to create a space that encourages peace and awareness. Its presence serves as a reminder to remove not only physical clutter, but also habits that bring stress and financial difficulty. A clean room, an organized workspace, and a well-maintained home can help create a sense of control and stability. When people feel more organized in their surroundings, they often become more organized in their financial lives as well. Disorder can lead to waste in many forms. Items are forgotten, resources are misused, and unnecessary purchases are made because people lose track of what they already possess. By keeping the home orderly, it becomes easier to recognize needs, avoid excess, and make thoughtful decisions. In this way, a clean home becomes more than a place to live. It becomes a foundation for a disciplined mind. And a disciplined mind is one of the most valuable tools for achieving financial balance, and long-term success. The wallet represents financial responsibility. Keeping salt in the wallet serves as a reminder to spend consciously, avoid impulse purchases, and value money with wisdom. The wallet is more than a place to store money. It represents a person's relationship with their resources, choices, and sense of responsibility. Every time money enters or leaves a wallet, a decision is being made. Some decisions move a person closer to financial stability, while others slowly create unnecessary burdens. For this reason, the wallet can serve as a powerful reminder of the importance of mindful spending and careful financial management. Keeping a small amount of salt in the wallet is often seen as a symbolic practice. The true purpose is not to attract money through magical means, but to encourage awareness whenever the wallet is opened. Each glance at this symbol can become a reminder to think before spending, to distinguish between needs and wants, and to use money with wisdom rather than impulse. Many financial difficulties begin with small, repeated choices. A purchase made for temporary satisfaction may seem insignificant, but when such habits become routine, they can gradually weaken financial security. Awareness helps interrupt this pattern. It creates a moment of reflection before action, allowing wiser decisions to take place. An organized wallet also reflects an organized attitude toward finances. When receipts, cash, and important cards are kept in order, it encourages greater respect for money and the effort required to earn it. Over time, this respect can lead to better budgeting, increased savings, and a stronger sense of control over one's financial future. Debt begins in habits, not just finances. True freedom from debt comes from changing the behaviors and thought patterns that create financial problems in the first place. Many people believe that debt is caused only by a lack of money, but the roots of debt often go much deeper. Financial struggles are frequently connected to habits, patterns of thinking, and daily decisions that are repeated over time. A person may receive more income, yet still remain trapped in debt because the behaviors that created the problem have not changed. This is why true financial freedom requires more than simply paying off what is owed. It requires understanding and transforming the habits that lead to financial imbalance. Debt often begins with small actions that seem harmless in the moment. Impulsive purchases, unnecessary expenses, and the desire for immediate gratification can slowly accumulate into significant financial burdens. These choices are usually driven by emotions rather than careful consideration. Without awareness, the cycle continues, and the same difficulties appear again and again. Breaking free from debt starts with honest self-reflection. It involves examining spending habits, recognizing patterns of waste, and developing greater self-discipline. Instead of seeking temporary satisfaction, a person learns to focus on long-term stability and meaningful goals. Every mindful financial decision becomes a step toward lasting change. When habits improve, financial circumstances often improve as well. Savings begin to grow. Unnecessary expenses decrease, and confidence increases. The true victory is not merely eliminating debt from a bank statement. It is removing the mindset and behaviors that allowed debt to take root in the first place. That days ways. Transformation creates a foundation for lasting financial peace. Patience and consistency build prosperity. Like salt dissolves gradually, financial improvement comes through small, consistent actions, such as saving, budgeting, and making mindful choices over time. Financial success is rarely the result of a single lucky event or a sudden breakthrough. More often, it is built through patience, consistency, and a series of small decisions made day after day. Many people become discouraged because they expect immediate results from their efforts. When progress seems slow, they lose motivation and return to old habits. However, lasting prosperity is usually created through steady action rather than dramatic change. The lesson of patience can be seen in many aspects of life. A tree does not grow to full height in a single day, and a strong foundation is not built in a moment. In the same way, financial stability develops gradually. Each small amount saved, each unnecessary expense avoided, and each thoughtful decision contributes to future security. While these actions may appear insignificant on their own, their combined effect over months and years can be remarkable. Consistency is what turns